The accident. 18 and a half years earlier. April 10, 1993. I carried a squirt gun to work. Nothing fancy, just a little one I kept hidden in the pocket of my khaki store pants. To spice things up, really. Sometimes I aimed at coworkers on the other side of the shelves. Other times I shot from the ladder in my health and beauty section and ran back down to hide. If someone looked, I'd scrunch up my eyes and pretend to concentrate on my products. Once, a lady stared at the ceiling as if we'd sprung a leak. I could hardly hold my laughter. I could use some of that same stress relief right about now. Being the Saturday before Easter, we were all a little on edge. Lana waved as she passed. "Still need a ride?" "Absolutely," I said. "I'll meet you by the front door at closing." My husband, Eddie, usually picked me up, but tonight he had to fetch Jeff from college. I hadn't seen our son since Christmas, so my heart sped up just thinking about him. Knowing me, I'd be bouncing off the walls until the precise moment they walked in the door after midnight. "Excuse me, ma'am?" Turning, I faced the same petite lady I'd helped the day before. I could still picture her adorable, bouncy-haired little girls twirling for me in their frilly new Easter dresses. "I came back to thank you," she said nervously. "You went out of your way to find us those dresses, so here. I brought you a gift certificate from Baker Square. I hope you like pie." I laughed. "You didn't need to do that. I loved helping your sweeties, but thanks. I'll definitely enjoy the pumpkin pie." My eyes brimmed as I pocketed her gift. Thank you, Jesus. You sure know how to put an extra skip in my step. And me, oh my, with all the last-minute Easter shoppers, I needed every extra skip I could get. Products leaped off the shelves like hot potatoes. People changed their minds a dozen times before dropping off goodies all over the place. And boy, did the questions fly. Where are the baskets, the chocolates, the roasters? Just then, Rick, my manager, whizzed by. "Jets in the air." Everybody knew what it meant when the manager said, "Jets in the air." It meant the big guys from Garrett's headquarters were coming on Monday to do an inspection. I grabbed a pencil and paper and zoomed up and down my aisles, recording all the products I needed from storage. Every shelf had to be filled, every end cap lined to perfection. I kicked into powerhouse mode, and by the time 10 o'clock rolled around, I'd already unloaded my boxes of liquid products from the trolley and heaped them in the middle of my section floor. I hated leaving them like that, but I'd be right back. I just had to grab my paper products from the second storage room. Then I could put everything away at once. Warmth greeted me the instant I pushed back those double doors. It came from the old drum heater above the loft, where I needed to get my products. As I stepped up the ladder, heat gripped me, and when I finally reached the loft, I groaned. Someone had stacked the boxes almost to the ceiling. What was the deal? Had we received an extra big shipment and the stock guy didn't know what to do with them? Either way, I knew what I had to do. I had to climb over those boxes to get to my products. As I worked my way up the first layer, I rewrote my job description. Must be able to act like a monkey. Because that's what we felt like whenever we did this. Boxes shifted and shook beneath my weight. "Keep going," I told myself. "It won't be long before you're home waiting for Jeff, and soon you'll be catching up on all the thrills of college life." If only my other son, Jason, could be with us too, but he was in South Carolina working on F-16 fighters in the Air Force. At least he'd soon be home for his wedding. I wiped my brow. After climbing 3 levels of boxes, I still couldn't find the right barcodes to match the items on my list. Where were they? Where was that crazy Kleenex? I thought about working my way back down, maybe hunting for a stock guy, but with everybody so busy, it hardly made sense. Besides, I was already halfway up. Sometimes you just need to get the job done and over with. Crawling up the next 2 layers of boxes, the air grew hotter. "Who needs this?" I grumbled. Finally, reaching the top, I stole a breath. The Kleenex had to be there. I'd grab what I needed, hurry back down.